Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to go up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, here we go.
This is Morris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
To throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
A give. This is Foster. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
All right, here we go.
They run with Morris. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Ready. Block the team.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. The numbers for Davis last week, 4 catches, 131 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Ready. Down 80.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Set. Green 80.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. The starting 11 now for Los Angeles on the defensive side of the ball. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
Now it's Morris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. On the left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down throw here for Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Ready, 390.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. First down, Rivers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. On the first quarter of action. It's a tight game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He dumps off to Morris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing the slant pattern here complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Second down, Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here you go, man.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He hits Baldwin right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll toss it to Morris. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6. And now look at him go. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Set. 180. Eight hot.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rivers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Set. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this will be taken at the 13. Good move at the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
380. 85.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
180.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Rivers on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the shotgun, it's Rivers dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ready. Run 80. 80.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again here, Rivers. That is incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And time for us to spotlight Doug Baldwin. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue.
On 3rd down, that's Morris. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on 1st down. Rivers firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Baldwin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Rivers now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the third. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Rivers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
To throw on third down, Rivers. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Foster on 2nd down, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Morris. Morris fighting. He lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
On third down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
All right, here we go. Green.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to float this one deep right side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, ready? Bill 180.
Johnson. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown LA. A big play there, 96 yards, and the Rams are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Rivers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Here we go now. Boom, 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're in the NFL too for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice. I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic 1st down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Again, it's Rivers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
To throw, Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
First down, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. A gain of 3, second down. Second down, Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders, they've added on, extending their lead a bit further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. Busts through the tackle. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rivers toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that is incomplete. So out comes the field goal team once more. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This one taken from the 7th. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Ready. Delta.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rivers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now let's
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2 minutes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry up, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Blue line.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.